The celebration of history, culture, and contributions is part of recognizing Hispanic Heritage Month. So joining us to talk about this observance and some current challenges is Moises Velez, journalist and editor of the publication Que Pasa. Thanks so much for joining us in studio today.
Good morning.
Now, back in 2022, you were named one of the most influential Latinos in the state. Talk kind of about receiving an honor like that.
Well, that was very, still in my memory, that moment, because was received, I didn't know I was in that category. And then what happened after that recognition was most important to me. Two of the ladies who prepared the program came to me and said, "We used to read your paper, St. Children's." I was like, "Yes, that was the best thing about that award."
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, that's really sweet. That was a really cool moment there. Why is it important to celebrate, all the history and culture and contributions during this month of Hispanic Heritage Month?
Well, many people don't know about our culture, what we do, how we do it, and this is a time to express how we do things, how we go about, and also recognizing the talent that we have. It's very talented people in our community.
Yeah, definitely. How is Que Pasa, honoring this kind of month, or how are you guys celebrating?
Well, this year we did something different. We decided to portray some successful Latinos, and we bought advertising here in this station and other stations to portray what Latinos are contributing to the community. And that's, I think, is more important than anything. People need to know that we are here, that we are doing our work, and we are contributing to the whole community. Like one of the spots is about a restaurant called a Carnaval, where they employ 20 people. Yeah. That's very important for the economy of the county.
Yeah. Any other special spotlights or even historical facts or contributions that the Hispanic community has brought to this local area that you'd kind of like to share?
Especially to this area. Okay. Well, I think that by working in our community, for example, just came to my mind, we have people working in the banks, doing loans. We have realtors, we have accountants. I think that's the main contribution, that we are here to contribute.
Yeah, talk a little bit about some of the current challenges, obviously, that have changed this year when it comes to celebrating. Obviously, celebrating this month is looking a little bit different all across the country this year.
Yes, well, this year, the cities of Columbus, Savannah, and myself decided to cancel our events of celebration. The reason is ICE. We don't want to get people arrested or deported. And that was one of the reasons. The other reason is, even if we do it, many of our guests come from other countries and they could not get visas to perform. I always bring a band from Mexico and they could not clear visas. And that is the first time during 10 years we had not done it.
Yeah. What is kind of like the overall feeling right now, since this is something that's been a staple for many years now, and it's the first one that you guys won't have?
Well, I receive a bunch of mixed reactions. Some people like it. Some people said, "I know where they find the undocumented now," but the feeling was that we did the right thing to protect our community.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us in studio today. Obviously, we're going to continue our conversation in our 8 o'clock hour, so make sure that you stick with us. We're going to talk a little bit more about National Hispanic Heritage Month and some of the historical and social impacts made by local Hispanic Americans. For 37 years, Americans have observed National Hispanic Heritage Month from September the 15th to October the 15th. So to talk more about Hispanic Heritage Month, we're joined by Moises Velez, journalist and editor of the Que Pasa publication. So thanks so much for staying in studio with us this morning. Talk a little bit about, the dates with Hispanic Heritage Month. Why is it kind of split over the 2-month period?
Yes, well, they decided to split in 2 months because the 15th of September is the Independence Day of Central America. Honduras, El Salvador, all of those countries are the 15th. Mexico is the 16th. And then Columbus Day is October the 12th. Now, I want to make a clarification. We don't call it Columbus Day. We call it the Day of the Race, or the races, if you want to. We include everybody. We don't exclude anyone during that day. That's why.
Yeah, I know a lot of times when we see that, many people are confused. So that was really good information right there. What are some of the most significant contributions that Hispanic Americans have made to here in the U.S. history?
Well, it's too many. We have a Supreme Court judge. We have many baseball players. We have arts. For example, Rita Moreno is one of the few artists who had the Emmy, the Grammy, and all of that. But I think locally, many people go to the baseball park.
Yeah. And
I don't know if they walk around and see the pictures in there. It was one player, he's from Cuba, and Tani Perez.
Yeah.
And he played here in Macon, Georgia, years ago. But he was a very good player.
Yeah. The USA really is a melting pot. We really couldn't be where we are without any culture. So many contributions from you guys. Talk a little bit about some of the misconceptions when it comes to Hispanic and the Latino community that you just want to clear up for folks. Are there any things that you hear people say about that community that you're like, it's just not true?
Well, one of the things that is not true that they don't pay taxes. They do pay taxes. They do it in a special way. If you do taxes, you have to get a special number, but they do contribute to the general by paying taxes. Also, that all Latin America speaks Spanish. Yes, we speak Spanish, but some places like Guatemala had 17 different dialects.
Right.
Then, for example, one time I'm a medical interpreter, and my wife too. And one time we was called to do an interpretation. We said, we don't understand what they say.
Yes.
And that's how we discovered about the dialects in Guatemala and Mexico.
Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about, how you guys are responding to some of the social changes to still keep the community informed and do what you guys need to do.
Well, the main thing we do is information. We don't publish anything which is not verified. I'm very careful of what I said. Also, it's a network, if you can call it, of information. For example, if something happened in Columbus, they send us information. And we keep a network telling, ICE was here, or we have something positive going on, not all negative, but information, good information, they need to find all the time.
Yeah. Anything else that I haven't asked you that you kind of want to share with us?
No, I just want to let people know that my people come here to work. It's one thing I want to mention. Like this year, we did a segment in our TV show and on the news about a Guatemalan girl. She was not the valedictorian, the one who do the speech on the high school. And she was from Guatemala. She came from a very humble beginnings. And in Central High School, to be the one who speaks for the class, that was a big recognition of how we can forget difference.
Yeah.
We can go forward.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us in the studio this morning. We're going to put up some information so people can stay in contact with you guys. The monthly publication, Que Pasa, is posted online. You can also catch the TV show there. Just go to that website you're seeing on your screen, quepasaga.com.